Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Wesley Virgin here. Let me get this phone right here. So the topic for the morning is, does God test you? Okay. As you guys jump in here, go ahead and hit the like button for me and share this. If you're a religious person, you want to listen to this video here. Okay. Does God test you? Someone sent me a DM the other day, and it said, Wesley, would you do a video about, does God test? I mean, I think God is testing me right now about a couple of things that's taking place in my life, and I want to get your thoughts about that. So the question is, does God test you? Okay, so let me ask you a question here. Now understand this before I get started here. This is just my philosophy. I grew up in the church. My dad and my mom are pastors of a church, okay? So it doesn't mean anything that I'm saying right now you should believe this, okay? But I want you to have an open mind. And let me tell you why I say that, because when I was growing up in the church, okay, I went to church almost every day, right? My dad, he's a preacher. He's been a pastor for over 30 plus years here in Houston, Texas. And what happened to me when I turned like 18 and 19 and 20, I had questions about, what does this really mean? And why do I believe in this? And is God really testing me? And why is my life like this? So I was confused. So let me ask you guys a question for a second. First thing is this. Do you believe that God tests you? Okay. How many of you right now believe that God tests you? All right. And I want you to be honest with yourself. If you believe God put people through tests, God put trials and tribulations and struggles in your life on purpose, I want you to comment the word, yes, Wesley, I believe that. Or yes. Yes, I do believe that God tests people. Okay? Comment that below. Go ahead. All right, now listen to me here. And all I want you to do is have an open mind, okay? Because what you're about to hear may shift your thinking. All right? Does God test people? No. Listen. Does God test people? No. Think about it for a second. God does not, it's not looking at you. Like, it's not a man in the sky or a man anywhere or some spirit that's looking at your life and that is strategically on purpose trying to make your life worse. Does that make sense? It is no person, no spirit, no God, no Buddha, no source, no power that wants you to fail. Okay? You might say, well, Wesley, I don't get it. Well, why all these bad experiences? Why all these problems? Let me tell you why. Because you're creating those problems. See, one thing about religion, and I don't want to talk too much about this because it's a very sensitive topic to a lot of people here. So I'm not trying to talk about anybody's religion. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You take what you can grab from this video and move forward here. But it's religion, in my opinion, was designed so people wouldn't take ownership. See, if I believe that if I'm driving down the road to work and all of a sudden today is the day I'm terminated from my job, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, what did I do? Why did I get fired? I got to pay my bills. I got to pay rent, and they just let me go. God must be testing me. God, I guess he's testing me. Right? Because what you're doing is you're placing ownership on God. Hit the like button if that makes sense. Understand something, folks. Even in religion, it is meant for you not to take responsibility of your actions, of your behaviors, and the things that you're doing that you're not conscious of. Now, I'm not saying all preachers and pastors in religions are like this, but most of them, they don't want you, listen, they don't want you to take ownership and responsibility of their piss poor behavior that you're not conscious of. Listen, let me give you an analogy here, and I'm going to let you go. A person that is fat that's overweight wasn't born that way. How many of you are overweight? Don't answer that. A person that is overweight is not born that way. But you have some people that are overweight. They're looking at themselves in the mirror one day at 300, 250 pounds, and they're like, whoa, what happened here? As if they didn't see themselves eating the donuts, drinking the alcohol, eating all the piss poor food. But yet, 5, 10 years, 20 years later, they're like, what happened to me? Why am I so overweight? Okay? All right, that sounds stupidity, right? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? But most of the world do this, okay? The reason why is because we're not conscious of what we're doing right now. Like right now, you're watching me, okay? I don't know if you're going to work. I don't know if you're on YouTube, on Facebook. Maybe you're hitting the like button. Maybe you're getting ready to go to sleep. Maybe you're in your bed right now. Maybe it's midnight. I don't know. But what you're doing and what you're thinking about right now is causing some future event to take place. See, check this out. A person that goes to the doctor and all of a sudden the doctor says, hey, you just got diagnosed with diabetes. And then they upset and say, whoa, my God, I got diabetes. I got high blood pressure. How did this happen? All this bad shit is going on. I lost my job. I got diagnosed with diabetes. Somebody died in my family. I just got... And then you say, well, God must be testing me. No, God is not testing you. You are making bad decisions, but you don't realize it. Why? Because you're in the everyday flow. Most of you, like even right now, you're getting up, like it's 9:30 in the morning here in Houston, Texas. You get up, right? Some of you get up in a bad mood. You go take a shower. You eat your unhealthy donut. You drink your coffee. You get in your car. You drive to work. You're a little pissed off because people are cutting you off. And then you barely make it to work on time. Then you get in that cubicle. Then you got all these emails. Then the boss have a meeting for you. Then the boss is telling you what to do. And you're looking at the clock, waiting for 12 o'clock to hit. Then you run out for 30 to 45 minutes. You go get an unhealthy lunch. But you say, well, I'm going to have a salad tonight, but you go to McDonald's, Burger King, or some place that you know is unhealthy. You go back to work. Now you're waiting for 3 to 5 o'clock to get off. You get back in your car. You're in traffic. You're upset about traffic. You're pissed off at the people that are going too slow, still cutting you off. You get to the house. You got to deal with the children, deal with the husband, deal with the kids, deal with the significant other, right? And this happens over and over and over again. See, what I just explained causes momentum. You have momentum and you're not thinking about the small things and small decisions that you're making that's creating some future event. Guys, the reason why I'm rich and I'm fit and I'm healthy and happy is because I pay attention to the small things. When I got up, listen to me here. When I got up this morning, all praises to the Most High. God is the greatest. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for life. First thing I do, I've been doing it for the last 7 years. Next thing right now, in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to get in my Lamborghini and I'm going to go speed down Westheimer and I'm going to the gym. And I'm going to go work this body out for about 1 to 2 hours. Okay? I've been doing that for the past 10, 15 years. Then when I get back, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to think about my dreams, my thoughts. I'm going to visualize the things that I want. I've been doing that for 7 years. Okay? Then after that, I'm going to have my chef make me a beautiful meal that's healthy to put in this temple of mine. I've been doing that for 4 years. God is not testing you. You're making bad decisions. You're not conscious of the small behaviors and the things that you're doing that's causing your life to appear that it's failing. God wants you to win. Look at me. God wants you to be prosperous. God wants you to be successful. God wants you to be rich. God wants you to contribute to the world. Why would a person that is all powerful want you to fail? Why would that person strategically that created you, if you believe that God created you, why would that person automatically make bad shit happen in your life? That's like me as a father. I have two amazing children here, and it's like me purposely trying to hurt or cause pain in my children's life because I want to test them. Would I do that as a father? That's like my daughter getting up and I'm going outside and I put a hole in her tire so she can get up and see that she had a flat tire. That's like me calling her job and telling her boss that she's been doing all this crazy things and she needs to get fired. And she goes to work and she gets terminated. Does that make sense to you? No. It doesn't make any sense. God doesn't test anyone. People, we're so irrational. We are always trying to justify why bad or painful moments are taking place in our life. Everything that's negative, listen, look at me. Everything that's ever happened to you that was negative, that was painful, that put you in a depressed state, you created that thing. You did that. See, the great thing about God, what he give us is what is called free will. Free will is you have the opportunity to do right and to do wrong. You have the opportunity to create and to destroy. It's the same power. But most of you, you're using this unique power that the source has given you that is corroding and destroying your world. All because you're not taking responsibility. You'll rather blame God, you'll blame your mama, your daddy, what they did to you when you were young. You'll rather blame your husband, your wife, you'll blame your boyfriend, what about you? See, you have to understand something. I'm going to let you go. It really doesn't matter if that person did something to you, okay? It really, you can talk about how your mom and your dad hurt you so bad, how they were terrible parents, right? Okay, great. You can talk about how they were on drugs, they were alcoholic, they should have gave you better opportunities, right? You can say that the police pulled you over, they did you wrong, right? You can you can go to school and say the teachers didn't believe in me, and that's the reason why I'm full of shit right now. Let me share something with you. Listen, it doesn't even matter. And no one cares. Now, see, I know you hate to hear that because, see, most of you want somebody to care. Well, care about me and my problems. No one fucking cares. Okay? Excuse my language here. But I got to be real with you, young people. They don't care. You can sob, you can cry, and you can be in the most depressed state ever, but no one cares. You have the opportunity to fix it. Only you. Not God, not your mama, not your daddy, not your grandmother. You. Only you can fix it. Some people say, well, God fixed it. I'm going to put it in your hands. Why? Because God has given you everything that you need right now to conquer your world. God has given you everything to create your reality. Whatever life you want. In the Bible, in a very simplistic verse, he said, whatever you believe, whatever a man say, he can have. Period. But it's up to you. Take God out of the equation. If you want to reference God, just be grateful that he gave you an opportunity to be powerful. If you want to reference God, well, be grateful that you woke up this morning, okay? Be grateful that you have all your mental faculties, okay? But don't say, God, fix it. God, why? God, why you're testing me? Well, God, why all these problems? You sound crazy. I love you. I love you. I wanted you to understand, and I'm saying this from the top of my heart, that you must take responsibility as a human being. You can believe in God, Buddha, you can believe in whatever you want,
But a man or a woman must take responsibility of everything that takes place in their life. Because it doesn't matter if it's your fault, mama fault, daddy fault, boyfriend, wife. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. The only person that can fix it is the person that's in the mirror. You. You're the only person that can actually fix what's going on in your life. You can't change other people. You can't make God stop testing you. See, when you say, well, God, you're testing me, that means you have no control. Because that means that you believe a person in the sky can one day say, you know what? His life is going too well. Let me put some damage in his life. Let me put some pain in her life. That means you have no control. Think, young people. If you have no control, what's the point of even living? What I'm telling you here, that you have total control of your world, even if it don't appear to be that way. If it doesn't appear to be that way, it's because you lack education. You lack knowledge. I love you. I'm going to let you guys go. To answer the question, you don't have to believe this, but I want you to have an open mind as you listen to this. God doesn't test anyone, okay? We use that as a way to justify why things are taking place in our life that are not favorable, okay? It has nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with you. Understand God, or source, or the universe has given you everything that you need right now to succeed or to fail. You have everything that you need right now to win or to lose. You have everything right now, believe it or not. You don't need money. You don't need fancy cars. You don't need jewelry. You don't have to be so super beautiful and handsome and had a mom. No. What I'm saying is everything that's in you right now, I'm looking at you. Everything that's in you, because now you're aware of it, is powerful. Which means is that you can change anything that you want right now in your life to create a new reality. Guys, if anything with this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit the like and share button here. Hit the like and share button, because I want people to understand that the like and share this is to make a contribution to the world. If you understand, you don't have to believe this. I want you to consider it. It's a suggestion. It's my philosophy. Like it and share it right now if it makes sense to you. It doesn't mean that you accept it right now. But I want you to hit the like because it made sense to you. If it didn't, don't hit the like and share button. I want men and women that watch my content is to think. You don't have to believe me. I'm offering up a philosophy. That's all. My life is great. My life is blessed. But I would never say, when I lost my Hublot watch, a $40,000 watch, I'm not saying, well, God tested me. What? No, Wesley was being careless. Okay? When I lost $120,000 on Bitcoin, it's not because God tested me. No, Wesley wasn't educated in cryptocurrency. Okay? When I went to jail 10 years ago for traffic tickets, God is not testing me. Wesley wasn't making good decisions. I love you. I want you to tag 3 people before you decide to share and like this video. I love you. Remember, God is not testing you. It's time for you to make better decisions. Hey, be aware, be conscious. When I say be conscious, that means just pay attention to what you're thinking about. Pay attention to what you're doing on a daily basis. Pay attention to who you're talking to. Pay attention to how you feel about certain people when you go out into your world, to your jobs, to the gym, to the store, wherever. Pay attention to how you're feeling and what you're saying, because everything that you're doing is creating an effect. I love you guys. Thank you for the likes and share. Let's go! Later.